Marc Raimondi for ESPN back with you with several guests today. We have Jake Paul, 7-division boxing world champion Amanda Serrano, and Babafa Sports founder Nakisa Bidarian. And I understand that the three of you all have an announcement to make today. So I want to start with Amanda. What is going on? Why are you guys here?
Well, we are here because I am super proud to be an MVP athlete. I signed with these great men and they taking me to the next level, and I'm super excited.
So Amanda, so you're signing with Jake and Nakisa's promotional company, Most Valuable Promotions. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Jake Paul and Nakisa, they're guiding me down a great path for the future, and I'm super excited.
So how did this come together, Amanda, and why did you ultimately sign with Most Valuable Promotions?
Well, the question is, why not sign with them? You know, I've seen what they're such a powerful team. I've seen what they've done in the last 2 years, what Jake's done, what Nakisa's done for Jake. And, you know, I'm I'm looking forward to what they can do for me. I was on the card, the co-main event of Jake Paul's, and I guess I left an impression on them, and they called me back and said they're willing and they want to sign me. And I was like, where's the dotted line?
So Jake, you know, you have a tremendous reach, and you know, you're right now one of the most talked about prize fighters really in the world. You know, MMA, boxing, whatever. Why Amanda? You know, why is she someone that you want to, you know, help lift up from a promotional standpoint?
You know, I think first and foremost is like since I met her, you know, we just clicked. She's always been super cool, and I feel like we're very similar in many ways. And I have to, you know, vibe with someone to be able to work with them. Same with Nakisa. You know, it's like a family. We're really like a family at the end of the day. MVP, and then when you just go to the statistics, Amanda being the #1 pound per pound female boxer and greatest Hispanic female athlete of all time, you know, it's a no-brainer. And the potential she has without really much help, you know, she's gotten this far with just her skills, and her skills paying the bills. She hasn't had someone with a big platform really put her on. She's so marketable, and really the sky is the limit, and that's what we do at MVP. There's a new era of boxing, and there's a new way about promoting these fights, and there's a new way to become a big fighter. So she already has the skills, and now we're gonna add our secret sauce into the equation. And you know, I see you know, a massive future for her.
And Nakisa, you know, you're co-founder of Most Valuable Promotions. You're Jake's chief advisor. How do you see MVP helping Amanda? I know that Katie Taylor fight is one that a lot of people really want to see happen. How do you see, you know, MVP helping Amanda Serrano?
Sure. I think it comes from two angles. One is Jake Paul, his content creation, his marketing platform, his endorsement to his audience. If you look at the awareness of Amanda Serrano, who is a legend in women's boxing, it increased 5-6-fold over the past 3 or 4 months. Of course, that has to do with her performance, but it also has to do with the platform that MVP, Showtime, and Jake provided over this period of time, right? And I think the other part of it that we'll be able to help her with is in negotiating the right deals, getting her the right positions for someone of her stature, whether it's in the ring, whether it's outside the ring, whether it's a brand partnership, consumer products. She should be one of the highest paid female athletes in the world, and we're going to make sure that's the case.
So I'm gonna throw this next question kind of up for grabs, and whoever wants to answer it. How confident are the three of you that this Katie Taylor matchup, the one that, you know, a lot of people are talking about, will eventually happen?
I mean,
I'm super confident as a fighter. I'm ready. I'm able. I think it's all up to them now.
Yeah, Amanda's gonna take care of the job, but we're in negotiations with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom, and we have a great relationship with them, and very optimistic about getting it done. And you know, that's the biggest fight right now in women's boxing. We're coming with the heat, so you know, we're ready, and that's massive, and I think everyone wants to get it done.
Now, is that something that would be like a main event fight on its own somewhere? Would that be something that is on a Jake Paul undercard? How would that work? Have you guys thought about that yet?
Yeah, I would say that's a pay-per-view headline event, Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor, ideally at Madison Square Garden next year, right? So current thinking among the team is when Jake fights next, Amanda will be a part of that event as well, right? In the same seat, in the same position that she has as co-main. And then hopefully that will then lead to the Katie Taylor match some point in Q2 of 2022. But the only reason it wouldn't get done is if the right deal isn't presented for Amanda, and that's Jake and I's job to make sure that's the case.
Yeah, Eddie Hearn, bro, don't be a dosser. Let's make this fight happen. That's my personal message to Eddie Hearn.
I'm not really sure what a dosser is, but
me either. But they say it in the UK, so it means something.
Amanda, I want to go back to you for a second here. You've spoken a lot about women's boxing and how the pay is not equal, that women's boxing should be getting more of a platform, more promotion. You even went over to MMA because the women there in MMA actually get more of a platform than they do in boxing. How much do you think this new partnership can help you with getting that platform, with getting the pay that women's fighters actually truly deserve?
I think it will help women's boxing tremendously because just even this last fight, I've gained so much followers, I've gained so much attention, and a lot of people they know who I am, and a lot of people know me now because of Jake and say, oh, with the Blanquito, the white boy, you fought with him. I'm like, yeah. So a lot of people are taking notice, which is very, very important as a female fighter. Now it's my job to make sure that I put on the best performances that I can and the best outfits that I can, and making sure that people are tuning in and wanting to see female boxing. So I think this is a great team, and we're gonna just knock the ceiling off for female boxing.
Amanda, you've already done so much already in boxing. I mean, just countless world titles, just a crazy amount of world titles, from 140 pounds down to I think 115.
115.
Well, only Manny Pacquiao, who just retired, has more, right, across divisions. So
more.
She is second.
There you go.
She has like more knockouts than all the other females who are on the pound for pound list. She's got more knockouts than they do fights.
So Amanda, with all that being said, because you've accomplished already so much, where do you see your career now going from here?
Well, I mean, there's so many things that need to be done. I want to become undisputed champion. Of course, the fight with Katie Taylor, making headlines that I believe both of us will be making the biggest payday for women's boxing. And it's just to continue to open doors for these women in the sport, coming up in the sport. We're one of two. I'm one of two women that's going to be making headlines, and we just have to continue to do great things. And yeah.
I remember, Amanda,
to go to your comment around kind of women's boxing and getting the fair treatment. The truth is the revenue is there and the guarantees are there if the demand is there, right? So it's upon us, and Jake particularly, to ensure that demand generation is there, that fans want to see Amanda as much as they want to see Katie in Europe, to then justify the type of numbers that we're talking about, to have the headline pay-per-views. And I know for a fact, and Jake can speak to it, it's a priority of his to elevate women's boxing, the awareness of it. He can't elevate the product in the ring, but he can definitely elevate the number of eyes that are paying attention.
Yeah, like major priority of mine, and to push for equality within all aspects of the sport. And what I see that's cool is, right, like if you look across my total following, I have like 70 million followers, roughly like 60-40 base, but my female followers have gravitated way more to Amanda than they have to any of the other fighters on the card. They're all talking about her. Oh, she's so pretty. She's so nice. She's so sweet. Da, da, da. So I think she's inspiring females and creating female boxing fans, which is awesome.
Yeah,
That's really point. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny. After the fight, the whole stadium was just full of adolescents, teenagers, kids, and they were all, it was just different people, different viewership than what I'm used to, and they were all cheering me on, asking for autographs and pictures, and it was just an amazing night, amazing feeling. And I know it's all because of Jake Paul's following.
And I just want to ask you guys a few more things, and thanks for the time. Congrats on the announcement, of course. Amanda, back in July, when there was a press conference for the fight, the Paul Woodley fight and your fight against Mercado in LA, you had posted a picture of Jake, and there were a lot of people commenting on your photo, kind of talking trash, about you working out with Jake, about you training with Jake and being on Jake's card. Do you feel like the stigma has kind of changed in the last few months about Jake and what he's doing in boxing?
Oh, definitely. I've lost a couple of fans, but they didn't realize what Jake was trying to do. No, he's not trying to exploit me. He's trying to help me. And a lot of people now, when I speak to them and I tell them about Jake and what he has done for me, not only as a fighter, but as a person, as they understand now completely. And I tell them, he's helped me in getting my best payday, and it took a kid who just started in the sport of boxing to acknowledge that I'm worth a lot more. And I'm super excited to be on Jake's team, and I really don't care what people have to say about Jake. It's my experience with him, what he's done for me and my team, and he's helped us a lot, and I truly respect him for that.
Thanks, Amanda. And just last thing for Jake and Nakisa, is this just the beginning? Will we see Most Valuable Promotion signing more boxers in the future?
Yeah, I can touch on that. I mean, yes and no. For us, it's quality over quantity. We want our fighters to be the biggest. I think there will be more. We're not in any rush, and we want to take our time. And our focus right now is just on Amanda.
We've been blessed, Marc, to get an unbelievable amount of inbound inquiries about wanting to work with MVP. But to Jake's point, Amanda is a unique athlete, right? I believe she is the greatest U.S. Hispanic female athlete ever, and we have the opportunity to work with her, so it's a no-brainer.
The name says it. The name says it. Most Valuable Promotions. Amanda is the most valuable female fighter. I'm one of the most valuable boxers in the world. So we're looking for people who are actually the most valuable.
And the way Marc, this was destined, man, because Jake's first fight was January of 2020, right? His first pro fight. Amanda was on that card.
Yeah.
Together. Steven
Yeah.
Espinoza played a role in Amanda being on this card. It wasn't like we sought her out, to be honest. So credit to Steven for saying, hey, you guys want the best. You want someone who deserves the attention. Amanda Serrano is that. So he gets credit for that. But once we got to understand what Amanda's done, what she's accomplished, what her team has been able to help her do, it was a no-brainer.
Great. Amanda, last thoughts on this?
No, yeah, I'm just looking forward to the future of my great new team, and I just can't wait. I can't wait to go in there again and just show it all off. Why I'm deserving of this spot.
Great. Thank you so much to the three of you, and good luck with everything moving forward.
Thank
you, Marc.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.